Hey everybody, you miss me? I know it's been a long time since you've seen me. It's actually been 2 weeks since I've made a video, and I'm about to show you why. The truth of the matter is, I've been really frustrated. After our little trip to the drag strip, things didn't go as planned. I'm pretty sure the turbo took a shit on this thing, and I really didn't feel like messing with it. Now, I was planning to make some other videos for you guys, but all of that kind of went to crap too. I'm going to kind of go over what I was going to do and what is coming up. I'm still going to make these videos that I was planning on making. I'm just having to kind of work around some issues right now. I want to start off by saying thank you to everybody for the tremendous response I got on the video. I was asking you guys for help, opinions. The consensus seemed to be that I needed to check for boost leaks. So I was actually going to do a video on making a boost leak tester. I'm still going to make that video. The problem is I wasn't able to source the parts I needed locally. What I ended up having to do was actually order a bunch of parts online to make this boost leak tester, and they haven't gotten here yet. I tried to get stuff just from the hardware store like most people do, but I couldn't get any of the couplers to fit. I went to my local hot rod store, which is Performance Products, and they didn't have the correct size couplers either. So hopefully the parts will be here in the next day or two. So in an upcoming video, look out for that. I'm going to do just a short video to show you guys how to make a boost leak tester that can be adapted for different turbos and whatnot. And then we'll get to actually boost leak testing the system on this. Although I haven't been able to do any boost leak testing, I have kind of figured out a few things. One thing I figured out is, our little T66 here is pretty much shot. Now, this turbo was 12 years old when we put it on here. We've said from the beginning it was undersized for this engine, and I think what happened was, I think the bearings are just, even though I don't have a whole lot of shaft play, I think the bearings are just giving up on it, guys, because on the way home from the drag strip, I've already said it was whining like really loud, even out of boost. So I think that's done. Good news is, with the help of Hunter from Hunter Tuned, if you hadn't checked out his channel, then you might want to check that out. Lots of good info there. But Hunter has actually become a dealer for VS Racing now, as far as I can tell. You can order VS Racing turbos and products through Hunter. So I reached out to him, and he got me a really good deal. So we've got a 78mm turbo coming. Should be a huge improvement. Hoping to have that by next week, or actually this is Sunday, so we'll just say this week. I got Hunter to order it for me last Wednesday, I think. So hopefully before next weekend we'll have that turbo here. Now, that is not the only issue that we were having. After checking over some things, I've actually found on my hot side here, I'm actually leaking exhaust in several areas here on the passenger side. I can't find any leaks on the driver's side, but I do have some soot here around the front. So I've ordered some new MLS gaskets. My local auto parts store didn't have them in stock, but they're supposed to be here Wednesday. So what I'm going to do, I'm also, my V-bands here, I've got a little bit of soot showing in here, so I think maybe I've just got some little leaks there. We're just going to address all this while we've got it apart, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear the whole hot side apart, and we're going to put our new gaskets, our new manifold gaskets on. We're going to put some copper RTV, high temp RTV, on those gaskets, and I'm also going to try putting some copper RTV on the V-band flanges there inside on both sides. So hopefully that'll take care of all of that. A lot of you were asking about the oil, where the oil was blowing out. Well, let me show you where I think that's coming from. I actually used a eBay drain line kit on the bottom of this turbo, guys, and that came with the dash 10 fittings and everything. And the dash 10 fitting that is down on this side, I think that's where it's leaking from. Now let me show you. I actually went out and spent 25 bucks and got a Russell's dash 10 swivel fitting. Well, you can see, like, I can't even turn this one with one hand. you know, it swivels right here, guys. And the one that's actually on the vehicle right now, the eBay fitting, I can take it and do this with it, like you know, just twirl it with my hand and it will spin this swivel around. And I think that's where it's leaking from. It's actually leaking from the swivel point down here. You know, so anyway, I'm pretty sure that's where the oil was coming from that's spraying. It's not coming from the turbo itself or the turbo housing. You know, all that's dry, guys. I mean, it's coming from either the fitting or the hose itself underneath. So, you know, hopefully this new fitting will remedy that. If this doesn't work, then I'm just going to go to probably, you know, nipples and hose clamps and just take, you know, all these AN fittings out of the picture altogether. But for those of you who were making suggestions about where the oil might be coming from, I wasn't trying to be rude. I appreciate every suggestion I get, but I already knew where the oil was coming from. I covered it a couple times in other videos already. I was just trying different things to, you know, not have to replace that fitting. But at this point, you know, that's really the only thing I can do is replace it. Something else I'm going to be redoing is we're going to be redoing our PCV system. Now, I really wanted to run a closed PCV system, but the problem is the check valves that I ordered, they seem to work good initially, but once they got some oil in them, they're not sealing, you know. So I think I'm actually like forcing boost from my manifold into my valve cover and, you know, into the crankcase there. So yeah, we're probably just going to switch to an open PCV system like a lot of you guys were, you know, were recommending from the very beginning. Like I said, I wanted to do it more like a factory setup with a closed system, but if I'm going to have to keep fighting issues and crankcase pressure and everything, yeah, it's just not worth it, guys. So probably going to do an open system with a catch can, a vented catch can. I haven't gotten one yet, but you know, that's something we'll look at in the future. For the time being, I'll probably just disconnect some hoses and let it vent. Now, the one hose that I already had open on this side, it is dripping a little bit of oil out of it. That was part of the reason I wanted to run the closed system, is because I knew that there was going to be oil leakage, you know, just running stuff open like this. But hopefully with a catch can and a filter, that won't be as big an issue. So that's the plans for that. Although this is a short video, like I said, I just wanted to kind of let you guys know I was still alive, because I haven't done a video in a couple weeks. It's mainly because, well, you know, things just haven't been going right. And, you know, things don't always go right. But the last thing is I was actually going to do a grill install. We'd got this nice billet grill to put in because I was not able to fit the original 73-74 style grill because of my intercooler. Well, the problem I have now is I also cannot fit the brackets for the new billet grill. These brackets have to bolt here and here. There's no holes on mine because it's a 74 model. But these brackets go in here like this. What I'm going to have to do is I'm actually going to have to cut these brackets out to fit around my intercooler piping and go right there. Now, the reason I've not done that yet is because I'm not sure, you know, how far up or down they need to go. I actually already installed one of these grills in my uncle's 76? Yeah, some time ago. And, you know, he's not having to worry about the intercooler piping being in the way. So what I'm going to do is the next time I get a chance, I'm going to drive over to his house and take some measurements so I can kind of figure out where everything needs to go. So I'm not just hacking these brackets up and, you know, for no reason. I don't want to cut any more material out of them than I have to. So we'll go over there, get that measured up, then I'll be doing a video on the grill install. So in case you guys haven't picked up on the common theme here, pretty much everything I've tried to do for the last 2 weeks, I've gotten stopped short on for various reasons. Either I wasn't able to find parts, the parts don't fit, and, you know, I hate doing videos where I start something and can't finish it. So, you know, you've got a video that's going to be coming as soon as I can get over there. There's going to be a video on building the boost leak tester. There's going to be a video where I boost leak test everything and we fix any leaks I find. There's going to be a video on installing this grill. You know, I'm sorry I haven't been around that much for the last 2 weeks, but you know, that's the story, guys. I've been working a lot. I've not had time to, you know, go over and measure stuff. When I go over to my uncle's, we're gonna have to take the grill out so I can get measurements on that. I've not had time to go over there. Not had time to do much of anything. As a matter of fact, you can see from my uniform, it's Sunday. I actually had to work this weekend. So hopefully stuff's gonna settle down. I've got a plethora of parts that are coming in. The couplers that I ordered to build the boost leak tester are supposed to be here this week. The new turbo is supposed to be here this week. And next week, I actually have 3 days off work. So time to actually get everything together, get it running, get it retuned with a bigger turbo, and be making even more power this time. And maybe even get it back to the drag strip in 2 weeks, and hopefully have a better showing than we had last time, guys, because I'm not gonna lie, that was depressing. This thing was running great for like 2 months on the street, and it was really weird that when we finally, now we took it to the no prep event, and you know, we had a blast with it there, even though we couldn't get traction. But I mean, it was running strong at the no prep. But our first timed runs, you know, at a drag strip that actually had times, I mean, it took a shit on the first pass, guys, and it just kept getting worse and worse. And to be honest, I lost a lot of my motivation over the last couple weeks because of that, because it was really depressing. But all the comments you guys put on the video, all the suggestions, I just want you to know, I mean, I tried to reply to everybody there. I took them all to heart. It's all stuff I want to check out. The consensus seems to be what it was from the start, and that's that, you know, this turbo was just way too small. And I agree 100%. I said that in the very beginning. The only reason we use this turbo is because it was here. You know, we got a killer deal on all the turbo goodies, so we used it. But I knew somewhere down the road it was probably going to have to be rebuilt, replaced, or upgraded. And so that's what we've chose to do, you know, with some help from Hunter. We're getting a bigger turbo in here, and hopefully this thing's going to be even more fun than it was before. So if you're a subscriber, stick around. More videos are coming. I haven't quit on you. I just took a little time off. If you're not a subscriber, stick around, guys. Hit the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to click the little notification bell, because if you don't click the little notification bell next to the subscribe button, then you're not going to know when the new videos come out. If you click that little bell, you'll get notifications whenever I do put a new video out, and you can check it out if you want to. Anyway, I'm sorry there wasn't a lot of content to this video. I just kind of wanted to let you guys know what's going on, why I haven't made a video, and what's coming in the future. Anyway, I just got a page, so I've got to go back to work. You guys have a good weekend, have a happy Easter, and I'll see you next time here on Bad Luck Garage.